upside down over there. Give them a wave, everybody. Very close to the thing there. That's especially a big panel that comes out of the back of the aircraft. That's there to stop the drag with the aircraft down. So all the pilots just put their air brakes down half of Saudi 6 and 7 behind, so we're about to roll around the rest of them. Okay, down to about 100 feet. Each aircraft doing around 380 miles an hour as they fly towards each other. This is the pizza. He's going to fly underneath those other 5 aircraft. This one is going to it's called the goose maneuver. He will go slowly, then vertically. together whilst also using space and cyber expertise to enable military activity around the world through our leadership of UK Space Command and participation in the National Cyber Force. After all, the Royal Air Force is a force of good, securing the air and space domains to maintain peace, delivering humanitarian aid and support where it is needed most. And of course, sometimes we need to employ lethal force where the circumstances demand it. The Royal Air Force has a proud history of serving the nation. The inspirational spirit of our aviators is as strong today as it was over 100 years ago, reflecting their character, bravery and dedication. And of course, the Red Arrows are proud to take the red, white and blue across both the UK and world, showcasing the excellence of the RIAT and represent UK at home and overseas with the world's leading display and the best of global Britain. Of course, there are three displays that we can do. It's either a full, rolling or flat, and that is based on either cloud-based and or airspace. And that decision is made by Red One as it runs its display. We need a minimum of 5,500 feet for a full, 2,500 for a rolling and 1,000 for a flat. But once the team arrives, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to give them a shout, give them a round of applause as they arrive in our famous red, white and blue in war formation. Air Tattoo, please give a warm welcome to the Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team, the Red Arrows! Team arriving at over 400 miles per hour, and with Red One pulling up, collapsing into 8 arrows, so this means he is selected to start the show full. As the team collect from war formation, which is approximately 2 to 300 feet from wingtip to wingtop, into the formation you see before you now, 8 arrows. Red One now bring the formation around to the left. Red One is squad leader Tom Bowl. He is in his third and final year on the team. He is also a former team member from 2014-16 where he was the synchro leader. He's also flown Typhoon and is also a qualified flight instructor on the Hawk T-Mark II and the Tucano where he was the Tucano display pilot in 2010. Smoke comes on for the 8 arrow present. Dynamic shape change. As Red 7-8 perform a rollback to change the shape from 8 arrow into Vixen. As the team bend round to the right, you'll see 8 arrow. As the team rolls to the left on the right hand side of Red 1 is Red 2, Flight Lieutenant Rich Walker. Rich is in his first year on the team, an very experienced aviator. He has flown operations on both Harrier and Typhoon. And he's also a former qualified flight instructor on the Hawk T-Mark II. There are 10 pilots on the team this year. There are Red 1 to 8. One for Joe, positive, copper, hope, great. Roll. Very close to never fail. Memories of refueling behind Hercules over North Sea, and he was leading formula as well as managing his Tornado Day. The Hercules was actually a very, very good space where the country is where the basket of Hercules appears to be considerably bigger than the other aircraft types at the time, particularly the TriStar and the VS-10. itself has got J-Lo and beyond lights as well in the dark, so it takes the receiver in the air of the dark because obviously access when sometimes not the thing online with the culture. Visible there, 100 feet and 240 knots. Of 100 knots faster, while still at a new ability to land. The Osprey is able to transport 24 combat troops. Take 20,000 pounds of internal cargo, or up to 50,000 pounds of external cargo, and as we see, aircraft. A collaborative effort between Bell and Boeing, both in large and subsystems, provides digital avionics and fly-by-wire systems, while aircraft mode. Here it is, transitioning to helicopter mode. Thanks to the Italian Army is making a rare contribution to RIAT this year with both fixed and rotary wing assets on display in the static part. This alongside all the Italian Air Force aircraft past and present we've got here. More on that later when we see their flight test centre going through their from the Battle Bridge Memorial flight today into the wind from the airport. We are going to see the Lancaster in a solo display, and that will be the next one display item. But now it's bound to get very loud again, and we're about to see one of these great solo jet displays. Yeah, I think the team manager a couple of days ago was rather disappointed that the aircraft is now restricted to +9, -4, and not the +11 that they've been using over the last year. This is an aircraft we've seen here for many years, never fails to impress. aircraft has its own unique history, but each aircraft also wears a colour scheme, which commemorates a particular battle, campaign, individual unit or aircrew. The Lancaster is now approaching from Crown RIAT. I'd like to give you a moment to appreciate all of these iconic Merlin engines as they make their initial approach to display here today. I'm sure to agree there is not a more abrupt sound than 4 Merlin engines on our gorgeous Lancaster. Based at RAF Coningsby in Lincolnshire since 1976, we are a regular flying squadron of the Royal Air Force. We have a very small but dedicated team of RAF regulars, reserves and civil servants who are all involved in making these displays possible. We have roles ranging from aircraft engineers and pilots to operations, admin, public relations and training personnel behind the scenes to make all of this happen for yourselves today. Our flight is a living memorial to those that served, honouring and promoting the courage and bravery of those that came before us. However, we are also proudly give our support and inspiration to the future generations and support several STEM initiatives through our virtual reality and simulator experiences. And all displays this season. As many of you will know, we have done the Lancaster version Typhoon display, and this will be continuing throughout the season at any air shows we find possible to do this. Our Lancaster PH-474, which is one of only 2 of these iconic 4-engine heavy bombers still airworthy, at its new 7,400 double fill. And there you see the lovely bomb bay doors open. She is a flying memorial to those who served in RAF Bomber Command and those who tragically lost their lives. PH-474 was built at the Vickers Armstrong Broughton factory at Hardham in 1945 at the end of the war and did not see any operational service. The aircraft joined the BB-MAT in 1973, making this her 50th year with us. She was officially adopted by the City of Lincoln in 1975 and permission was granted for the aircraft to display the coat of arms and the name of the city on its nose. She is currently painted on its port side as Lancaster W5005, or ARL Leader, as she is well known, with nose arc fitting a kangaroo in miner's boots, playing the bagpipes. a small engineering team. They work all year round to maintain the aircraft in safe and airworthy condition. This includes deploying every weekend throughout the summer to provide engineering support for each display flight and undertaking deep maintenance activity throughout the winter period on each aircraft. As you'll see, approaching from crowd right, the undercarriage is down. They're looking for a slow speed path and then increasing the power as they climb away and retract the undercarriage. We'd like to put the big bang action of joining us here today are also representatives from the RIAT. The team is made up of dedicated and enthusiastic volunteers who also give their weekends to travel the length of the country, feed yourselves and answer your burning questions about our aircraft in flight. The team can give you an overview of what happens behind the scenes at the flight, so please come say hello and find out your ability Ladies and gentlemen, you can see that stunning Lancaster passing by. Please give a big round of applause for the Royal Air Force Battle of Britain War flight display for 2023.
Going that way, why didn't they just do an extra bit?
But now, one of the highlights of RIAT 2023, we go back to the dawn of jet-powered aviation. Although Britain had taken an early lead in jet engine development, Germany was the first to fly a jet aircraft, the Heinkel HE-178, in 1939, and by that time, development of an operational jet fighter for the wartime Luftwaffe was already underway. It took some time, however, to develop. It wasn't an easy path to service because it was felt in some quarters that more potent versions of existing piston engine fighters could do the job. Also, the intended BMW engines were delayed, so the first prototype of the aircraft we're about to see made its maiden flight to fly with the Voyager, operated by number 10 101 squadrons, and flies north. Sweden now in the very latter stages of the NATO accession process, so we welcome Sweden to NATO with this flight past of Voyager and Griffin. Formation flights, not just air shows demonstrating, but it is something Harrier only also in use still with the US Marine Corps, but on its way out as the F-35B Lightning II begins to replace it.
They better focus when they do the fast one.
To large aircraft, other large aircraft, and as we see here, fighters, two copper hose and drone units under each wing, and with the hose drum unit into the fuselage, which may allow a fighter or bomber aircraft to be configured as a tanker or other aircraft types, whether it be a common type, so Tornado for Tornado, whether it be Tornado for Typhoon. But this allows an air combat force without a dedicated big wing tanker, for instance, carrier air wing, where there are no tankers on the carrier, to extend the range of strike aircraft, and in other cases, using those stores, it gives you the ability to get airborne. And that's the tanker. The hose and drone unit, very visible at the front. A very small propeller at the front actually generates electricity and hydraulics for the unit. It doesn't drive the aeroplane. Hauptmann Dennis Tosh heading the crew with the Tornado ECR, the tanker, and this is the IDS model, the Strike Tornado, coming into land in the hands of Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Lipp. There's 5 Tornadoes left in the Luftwaffe inventory now. And it's Tactical Air Wing 51, and the Yardle provided the IDS version we saw there. It also now undertakes Luftwaffe Tornado training, which was moved back to Germany, having been located for many years at Holloman Air Force Base in New Mexico. Well, maximum thrust reverse being used there, but not engaged until about 3,000 feet into the runway. As stopping on a sixpence within the first 1,500 feet wouldn't be particularly friendly at this air show. But the Tornado is capable of pre-armed lift up and thrust reverse. That is selected in the air on final, and as soon as the aircraft touches the ground, the lift up deploys and the thrust reverse buckets deploy. The pilot then selects full power, and the aircraft can be brought to halt in a very, very short distance indeed. Such an important aircraft, the Tornado, for the post-war Luftwaffe. Very significant in the 1990s because Germany's involvement in the Balkans campaigns saw the modern Luftwaffe carrying out Germany's first aerial combat missions of the modern era, and their first offensive missions took place in 1999 during Operation Allied Force, involving Tornado ECRs like the one we've just seen. And that would be fantastic to see the German Tornadoes in the flying programme, even if not to the full extent that we hope. And likewise the A400M, flown by Hauptmann Christopher Rex. See how wet that runway became. Just 10 minutes, you know, break and not be able to get 400.
Continue to the 180 of the concrete departure.
a second you'll get to see the A400M coming past you again, because it's going to backtrack the full length of the runway before it turns to parking.
Like,
230 at 12 knots. Greater than 10k visibility out of showers with view, so 1 or 2 options at 2,000 feet, and scattered, so 3 to 4 options at 3,000 feet. However, occasionally from 4 o'clock onwards, we may increase. We may take 240 this time, but just up to 25 knots. However, it is only 30 degrees off the front, so that's a good possible component of about 12. Occasionally, 4 o'clock local, 8 o'clock local on the way home, there's a 30% chance of showers of rain from scattered cumulonimbus clouds in 2000. All in all, I think we've been pretty lucky so far. Slightly better than forecast